Oh, y'all, my lips are crusty. Okay, so I'm scared of comments, y'all. You know how comments are so rude. They be like, she look a mess. Yeah, black monkey. You know, you get racist comments. You get all kind of stuff. She's fat. But no, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the comment section up just in case anyone wants to say anything. But okay, I'm gonna do a get ready and then get unready with me story time to tell y'all whoo, this time I was possessed on my mama. I cannot make this up. I don't know what, are you allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't think so. Anyways, this is my first, I guess, story time / makeup tutorial. So I'm gonna get ready products and then get unready, taking it all off and show every product I use. There's no endorsements or sponsorship for anything, so hey, if they get free sponsorship, then I guess they get free sponsorship. Okay, so I have so many stories y'all to tell y'all with dealing with the paranormal, or the person that sees and hears spirits. And I was delivered from doing readings. I opened up a portal, a demonic portal, and let demonic stuff in my life. And as a Christian, I should have never even crossed that line. Or, I mean, you can't do both. You can't do both. And that's something I had to realize. I will also put the description, the wig that I'm wearing, in the description also, because I have this half wig on. Anyways, so really what inspired me to do storytelling is because I don't know if y'all watched that Risa Tisa series on TikTok, Who the F Did I Marry? I was like, bruh, I got a story very similar, and I got the receipts. And you know what? I'm not even gonna tag that man. I would show his page. Like, y'all go flood his page. But no, really, I hope no one else falls for him. But the only reason why I didn't expose this person is because his wife that he claimed was deceased was actually alive and well, and he has kids. So I'm not gonna try to ruin someone's life because they were a lying scammer, you know? Anyway, back to the story when I was possessed. So I'm gonna be using, and y'all gonna laugh at me, I actually did a review for this ILmakiage Jin from BTS I put on there, because I'm almost out of this actually, but my ring light, the light went out, so I had to order another one. So this is a little, I'm just gonna put a little bit, just because the color that I got, the foundation, it doesn't match that well. It's kind of too light, and I'm gonna try to make this, I'm a Leo, I'm sorry y'all, I talk a lot, and I make a long, it's hard to make long stories short. I can't even believe I'm on here showing my face without makeup, because I'm very insecure, because like, I have a lot of bad, and I'm also gonna put in there some really good skincare routine that helped me. I'm all out of it, but I'm gonna leave the name for you guys. All right, so this is Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, and it's called Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. What is the name of the color? Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up the color and tell y'all what color it is, because I don't see the color on here. Longwear. It lasts really long. I think 350 is the color. It's kind of like a caramel. It's really hard to match my skin color. That's why I always have to mix it with some kind of brightening concealer. I have to mix it because my skin color is really hard to match. This is Maybeline Dream Brightening Creamy Concealer. So I use that too, just to kind of brighten it up before I put the foundation on. This is like the best. Like, I used to be die-hard MAC. Like, die-hard MAC. And I usually put some water on my blender, but I didn't today. I'm usually die-hard MAC, but they discontinued my color, and I was like, bruh, what am I gonna do now? So I went on the Rihanna website, and they match my color pretty perfect. You take a picture of you, and they send you a perfect match. I believe it. I'm gonna leave this in the description. I believe this costs like $50, which isn't too bad because I've had this for dang near a year, and I use it frequently, like twice a week. And just one squirt. I'm gonna show y'all how far one squirt goes. Look, just this one squirt is going to cover my whole face. Y'all see that? This one squirt And it is very good heavy coverage if you have a lot of blemishes in your face like me. And I just use my fingers. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna tell you guys the story. So, this happened like 2 years ago. And I have to write stuff down because I have a really bad memory. And y'all, please bear with me. This is not really I haven't really done a lot of thingies with this. So anyway, okay. I actually need to put my contacts on so I can see. And I'm going to do color contacts just for kicks and giggles, for fun. Oh, it's so hard to do 2 things at one time. You're probably like, this girl is rambling. Okay, so I have been seeing spirits my entire life, okay? And, ooh, look how much smoother that looks, y'all. I've been seeing spirits my whole entire life. I've been hearing spirits. When I got older, I started seeing and hearing more sinister stuff. Like, I would hear demon voices calling my name. They would disguise their voices. Demonic spirits can disguise their voices as loved ones. So you think you're talking to your loved ones, but it's really not them. I've dealt with shapeshifters or doppelgangers where it's disguised as the person, but it's not them. Like, I've seen my dad's doppelganger in the same room. He was laying in his bed and his doppelganger is pacing back and forth. So y'all, that was a demon shape-shifting itself, and it can mimic its voice. Like, I've held a whole conversation with my cousin. I'm gonna do one more, just a teeny tiny squirt, because I need a little bit more to get the top, because I have a big forehead. So anyway, so I see my dad's doppelganger. I had a whole conversation with my mother and my cousin. Like, I saw their actual body, and I talked to them. It was their voice and everything. And I would tell them next, they would be like, I have no recollection of this conversation. What are you talking about? I have footsteps that go up and down my stairs all night long. I have the doors knocking on my doors, like banging, knocking on my doors, jiggling the doorknob, trying to get in. And, you know, I'm almost 40 years old. I'll be 40 August 6th. So, I mean, I'm used to it now. I used to be frightened, but now it's just like, man, it's just everyday life. It's really nothing to me now. It's just, you know, I've seen Marie Laveau. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the story Marie Laveau. I'm of Creole descent. So, you know, I kind of know a lot about the culture and the background of, I guess, voodoo. But nobody in my family practices it. But, you know, that's what's popular in New Orleans culture. So I actually saw her. She came to me. True story. I swear to y'all, I was not high. I was not on no kind of drugs. Although I do take antidepressants. But I've taken them for years. I've never had any schizophrenic. I've never seen anything. I mean, like, I've never hallucinated anything. So, yeah, I was doing a ghost hunting thing, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all the name of these two. The color, it's air optical colors. And this color is jade, I think. I'm really gonna have to look this up, y'all. I just really want to tell the story, and I'm struggling doing 2 things at one time. Okay, so back to what I was saying. All right, I'm just gonna put that in there. You like it? Okay, so Marie Laveau, I I saw her in my room. I promise you I wasn't dreaming. She had on this whole voodoo outfit with the hair thingy and all that stuff. Typical voodoo priestess looking. And I didn't know it was her until a friend of mine who does like witchcraft, and we're not friends anymore, and I have to distance myself from stuff like that. She told me to go to this store in Houston. I'm from Houston. And she was like, you need to go and get some black salt to keep her from coming to you. So the first night, the lights kept flickering off and on. I used to sleep with the lamp on. So the lights kept flickering off and on, off and on. And, you know, I was like, okay, this is a spirit. Then the next night, it did it again. I saw 2 kids. They were dressed like as if they were in slavery times, literally. Which is weird. And they just laughed and took off running. And I was like, okay, so normally when I see spirits, I rebuke them in the name of Jesus Christ. They leave. So the night that she came, she was just standing there, like right where the kids were. It was almost like I had opened a portal. Doing these readings, y'all, it is so dangerous. You're literally communicating with demons. And I did not know that. I thought I was using my gift of knowing things and seeing and hearing things, but I was communicating with the whole demon. Those little rods, dowsing rods, all that does, the crystals, all that stuff. And this, by the way, is not like a crystal. This is just a little necklace my mom gave me. All that stuff is demonic, and it will it literally opened a portal. All these spirits were coming in my room from that exact little area. So I went to the shop, right? And I told the lady, who was like a voodoo priestess, of my story. And I described the lady. She comes out with the painting and says, is this who you saw? And I was like, bruh, that's exactly who it looked like. She said, Marie Laveau visited you. And she said, are you planning a trip to New Orleans soon? And I said, yeah, actually, my first trip to New Orleans is next week, for someone that asked me to be part of a ghost hunting show, a filming segment, to be like the psychic medium person that could see and hear things to help with the investigation. So I was like, okay. She was like, she wants to recruit you. Like, she was like, she wants you to use her gift for her doing voodoo. Crazy, right? So I get the black salt. I did as my friend instructed. She's like, put it in the corner of each one of your room, in each corner in your room. Bam, I did that. So didn't see her. The next night, I saw her again. She was at the steps, standing at the steps. I was like, bruh, I didn't get rid of her. So the next night I put the black salt around the steps. And then it was like she couldn't cross the steps. When she came that night, she could not cross those steps. She was just standing there. So finally, I hit my mom's friend up, my godmother, who also sees and hears things, who has a similar gift. She's like, you got to close that portal. So I did, if anyone wants to know how to close a portal, I'll make a video on that, or I'll put the whole thing in the description, the process, how to go through it. So I closed the portal, never saw nothing again. Oh, and also, they said that when Marie Laveau comes to visit you, they said that she sends 2 kids first. Kid you not. I learned all this after. I was like, what? Knowledge is power, y'all. All right, so back to being possessed. So I had dealt with all of this craziness, right, y'all? I think I'm going to go for more of a natural look. Dealt with all this craziness, right? And I was doing readings. I was doing like 20 readings a day. I even had celebrity clients. I'm not going to put their names out there. And I just draw a line with my eyebrow pencil to kind of give myself just a little contour. So I was pretty deep in the game, y'all. I really was. I used to make videos of me channeling these spirits, which I later found out were demonic spirits. I thought I was talking to the actual celebrity that had passed away because they knew so much of how they died. I'm like, okay, this is really them. And guess what? It was not. I was talking to a demon, entertaining demons the whole time. Because that's all it is. That's all you're doing is entertaining demons when you invite that in your life with tarot cards and all that stuff. I did that to myself. I really did. I invited that stuff by just opening that door of doing readings. So I did so much of them every day. So can you just imagine how many spirits I was dealing with? Crazy people, suicidal. Oh, I don't think I can say that on YouTube. thoughts of offing yourself. So I started noticing that I started becoming more angry. Like, I just was angry, and it was not me at all. And I felt like it was not me. I just felt very angry all the time. I felt angry at the world. It was just, I wasn't myself anymore, and it didn't even feel like myself. I wasn't happy. I was just angry all the time. And I started having these demonic dreams of myself offing myself. And I would see these demons in my dreams. I would hear them calling my name all day, all night. To the point where I thought I was going crazy, y'all, on my mama. I really, truly did. I was like, oh my God, I'm literally going crazy, y'all. So one day I was like in a freaking trance. Like, I kid you not. I shit you not. I was in a trance, and I broke a mirror, and I started to try to, what's the words that I can use? You can't say a lot on YouTube. I tried to do bodily harm to myself, and I did. I succeeded. And I did some pretty bad damage to I still have the scars. And it was like, I did not even know I was doing it until after I realized it the next day. I was like, oh my God, like, what have I done? And it's like, I just started doing it every single night, and I didn't even realize that I was doing this, you know? And I really truly think that I had become possessed. It was like adrenaline rush for me. I kept wanting to do it, and I kept doing it. And there were voices telling me to off myself. This is why I say I believe that I was possessed. These voices were telling me. They kept telling me, off yourself, off yourself. I kept having thoughts, visions of, I was inflicting self-harm. I would get anything like, anything sharp, and I would just, do bodily harm to myself. And then it was like, I would wake up out of the trance and be like, what have I done? Like, I didn't do this. What the heck happened, So, yeah, pretty scary thing. How did I get out of it? And at the time, and I still am a Christian. I mean, I was still going to church. I didn't know that you could. I thought it was okay. I mean, I was told that it wasn't okay for Christians to dabble into reading cards and stuff like that. But I was making a lot of money doing it. So I was like, you know what? This is a gift from God. This is not ungodly. Psh, little did I know. I was trying to justify it and say that it wasn't bad. So I ended up talking to my pastor. Well, not my pastor. A friend of the family who is a pastor. And, he was like, well, you're under demonic torment. You have to get rid of this. So I fasted, I prayed, I repented it, I rebuked it, and, eventually the spirits, they left me alone. And I didn't see or hear anything for a long time. So, yeah, that's my time when I thought that I was, what is this? This is ILmakiage Conceal Blender Brush, and you get this free when you order any product of theirs. You get you get to choose your own free product, and I chose the concealer blender, whatever. So anyways, I never realized how hard it is to do makeup and talk at the same time. This is my first time. It's really hard, bro. Especially when there's so much you want to tell people. Because I have so many more stories I want to tell you guys. Y'all are probably like, oh, this is the worst story time ever. Oh, yeah, so I did one on, Aaron Carter. I did a video and I took it down. I took anything that had to do with readings. I took it down off of my page. I just wanted to disassociate myself completely from all of that. But you know, I was hearing these people's voices, and I don't know how y'all do this, but y'all are good. Trying to do your makeup and talk at the same time is so hard. I thought it was easy. I know this one doesn't even match. I just noticed that this one is a little off. Okay, so back to the story. Okay, so I saw, oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing, y'all. All right, so, okay, so I'm going to kind of skip around and go to another story where Aaron Carter, the singer actor, Aaron Carter, brother of Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys, passed away. Was this what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? I'm gonna check my facts and then give you guys accurate dates in the description below. And this one still looks a little off, y'all. Just blend that in. I tweeze my own eyebrows, so sometimes doesn't look the best. Okay, so I was asleep one night, and I don't know if I would call myself a fan of Aaron Carter, but my sister and I, we used to like those little songs. Like we used to listen to, you know, the little song. And for some reason, for whatever random reason, I'm awakened in the middle of the night, and it says, I hear Aaron Carter's dead. Literally. Like, I'll just be chilling in my sleep, or I'll be awake, and spirits will just start talking to me. You know, I'll have more than one talking at one time. I'll have maybe just one person, you know. And yeah, this particular, I'm gonna use this old school. I don't think people really use these anymore, but I do. So, Aaron Carter. So I heard that Aaron Carter was dead. That's what it said. And I was like, no, there's no way. No way. Why would I be knowing this or hearing this, right? So then a couple of days later, crazy, I look on the internet and I found out that Aaron Carter is indeed deceased. So I was like, wow, that's not the first time that I've had a weird premonition like that. So I was like, wow, he really passed away. At the time, I thought Aaron was talking to me. I really did. And for whatever reason, I did not put two and two together. Like, you know, these demons can disguise themselves as people's voices, you know? And so I made a video. Some of y'all may remember, I don't know if I had a lot of views when I used to make these videos. So I had I just used this brush. Oh no, this brush sucks. So I made a video. Basically, he was telling me everything that happened and how he felt. I pulled some cards and it kept giving me the death card, a man and coffin. Basically, it was saying a man that's passed away. And he kept saying, and this sounded exactly like his voice. Keep in mind, demons can disguise their voice as anyone. He kept saying, all they thought I was a money-making machine. That's what he kept repeating. He was like, I was just their money-making machine. And then he goes on to talk about Nick, how Nick abandoned him when he went to rehab. He was saying like all this stuff. Keep in mind, I'm talking to the actual Aaron Carter. That this was Aaron Carter's voice. It wasn't. It was a demon. Yeah, I'm gonna come get it. Okay, so, and I'm gonna do lashes. I don't normally do lashes, but just for kicks and giggles, for video's sake. And I'm not the best. I can't do mine all good. Like, James, what's his name? The guy that does makeup. James, can't think of that kid's name right now. Okay. So anyways, and that looks really crappy. So, Aaron Carter, and he tells me that Nick, he was very angry at Nick. They were on bad terms. So fast forward, and this is crazy. This was like maybe last month. I just so happened to stumble on YouTube, and there was a video on Aaron Carter. And it was saying, I'm using magnetic lashes. I'm going to put the description in the name of it in the description section. So it's just like liquid liner or whatever. And so I found this documentary on Aaron Carter. So I start watching it, and let me tell y'all, it was so crazy, because every single thing he said, it gave me the chills actually, because the first thing he had said, one of the first things he said was, all I was to them was a money-making machine. And my brother, Nick, was not there for me. I'm going to choose these ones. Just choose whatever, because I'm going to take this makeup right off. So I was like, bruh, like, that is creepy. He said everything. I never knew he had said any of this. I never heard him say any of this. And he said what he told me, what I thought it was Aaron told me. Yeah, so that was creepy. I also did one on XXXTentacion and Takeoff from the Migos. And, and PNB Rock. Keep in mind, at the time, I'm thinking these are really these people's voices, until I realized demons know what you're doing. I mean, they know about you. They don't know our future, but they know what's going on, what happened. So these were just tricksters, just talking in this. They can mimic the person's voice. They can sound like them. If y'all ever watched this, it's a channel called Cody ITC, and he's talking on the box to the celebrities that have passed, and it sounds exactly like them. And I was like, okay, this is a hoax. How is he faking it? But I realize now he was having conversations with demons. They were disguising their voices as that person. So I think he was really getting real results, but he was talking to demons. And I truly believe that now. So what I'm gonna do now is just unbraid my hair, braid my real hair. This is a half wig. Not a half wig. It's called a headband wig. So like, I just cut the headband off and braided my real hair and just blend that in. The products that I use, this is usually, I'm out of this. Curl Shape by Garnier Fructis. Everything I use is Garnier Fructis products. Okay. This is called Sleek and Shine Leave-In Conditioner. Really good stuff. And then this Pure Clean Styling Gel by Garnier Fructis. Again, I'm not getting sponsored. That's just the products that I'm using. So back to what I was saying. So basically, these people were telling me how they passed away. They were walking me through their death, showing me how they passed away, and telling me all at the same time. It was crazy, bro. And come to find out, talking to a whole demonic spirit. What else stories I want to? I have so many stories, y'all. So many paranormal stories to tell y'all. All right, whatever part. All right, this is Sprite, by the way, y'all. So back to doing readings and getting readings done. I had opened up a door, and I feel like it was a demonic portal that I had opened up. Doing these readings, getting these readings, you open yourself up to that spiritual world. And you're literally, when you're getting readings All it is demons sharing your information with your demons, their demons. They're just going back and forth, sharing information. And just tricking you, you know. And growing up in a Christian household, I knew better. But I got in too deep because I got in with a crowd of friends who was into that and doing that. And before I knew it, I was being a whole Christian, going to church, clearly living a double life. Everybody in church knew that I did readings and stuff. But I had gotten so deep into it to where I did little spells I was taught to people. I was getting spells done to people. My friend did a love spell on someone I was like obsessed with, in love with. And what people don't know is that if you're protected by God, that stuff, if you're living right and you're protected, you are not going to be, no one's going to be able to put any of that on you. It's not going to work on you. It's going to be literally a protection bubble surrounding you, like a fortress, keeping it from even working on you. So yeah, I would say I got pretty deep into it. I ended up burning all that stuff, y'all. That stuff is truly demonic. The crystals, all that stuff, just demonic. The cards, all it did was open up literally these spiritual doors, but demonic door. And they were torturing me, they were tormenting me, they were, harassing me, and I kept doing it. This is, I don't even know, some crayon pencil for your lips. And these people, like I said, I got in way deeper than I should have. And my family was kind of like almost, they were worried. And I didn't think I was doing anything wrong at the time. I was being very justifying, like, oh, it's white magic, it's not evil. Trust me, all of that stuff is evil, y'all. Like, just stay away from that stuff. Like, it is not good. Just don't do it. So, I was making pretty good money, and I was thinking, I was making a living off of it, doing readings, cards, and stuff like that. Like, I could tell you, and I still can. I can look at you and say, oh yeah, you'll be pregnant in a couple months. It's going to be a girl. It's going to be a boy. But I've always been really good at predicting pregnancies and stuff like that. But yeah, it was definitely, that information was coming from demons. And I was convinced it was my spirit guides. I'm like, oh, this is not demons. These are my spirit guides, aka demons. I mean, you believe what you want to, everyone has their own beliefs. Everyone grew up differently. When you grow up, you stray away, or you get closer, or you find your own spiritual path. But with me, I knew better, and I knew I was not supposed to dabble with that stuff. Okay, this is some kind of lip plumper I got off of Amazon. So I think it actually works, but it's not as good as the other ones. It's not as strong, but I feel like you can see a slight difference. It kind of burns, so I feel that it's working. So, but yeah, I had to let that ish go. I burned all the cards, and it started a huge fire in my backyard, and it ended up spreading, and I burned all the books, everything, and almost darn near had to call the cops in the fire department, because the fire, I guess the blaze, the debris was like blowing, and it got on a table, and the table caught on fire in the backyard. So it was crazy, bro. But that, yeah, Had to let that go, bro. And after I actually quit doing it, that's when I started getting tormented more. They kept trying to, it was like people all out of the woodworks were asking me for readings, and this was as soon as I said I was gonna stop. It's been about over a year now. I still have people hit me up for readings and stuff, even after I tell them I don't do it anymore. And the enemy just started coming at me harder and harder. And I started having more nightmares. I started having my name whispered. You know, when you're working for, you know, them, if you're on their side, they don't mess with you. But when you leave that, they come after you. They're like, nope, you're not going nowhere. Your hours, you're gonna keep doing, you know, your gift, using it for us and not God. So that's exactly what happened to me. I think they look a little plumper already. What do y'all think? I really like this. This actually has more heavy coverage, but I didn't feel like putting like a whole bunch, but you can cover it better if you wanted to. And this lighting's not really good. I'm just bathroom lighting. My ring light's not working. So I guess I'm pretty much done. Child, I have so many stories. Paranormal stories. I don't know, what do you guys like to hear? I have paranormal stories. I have stories when I was working as an acting coach. I actually have some interesting stories about Nickelodeon with the thing going around with Dan Snyder right now. I have some very interesting stories to share with that one. But yeah, just let me know what kind of videos you guys like. If you guys like this one, like and subscribe. I'm gonna pull my hair. Let me do my hair. Like and subscribe, please. I will do more tutorials, product reviews. I love doing product reviews because I'm always recommending the latest product that like people should try that I think you guys would like. Okay, I'm just gonna put my hair in a, there we go. It looks pretty natural the way it's blended in. All right then, I guess I will see you guys after this video as I take everything off.